Hello, everyone, and welcome to English Learner's Corner. I'm your host, George.
And I'm Marlene. It's great to be with you all today.
Today, we're diving into a topic that I think every single one of our listeners can relate to, the struggles of learning English.
Oh, yes. The journey is not always easy, is it? We've both been there.
Absolutely. Sometimes it feels like you're climbing a huge mountain. So today, we want to talk about those difficult moments, share some of our own experiences, and hopefully make everyone feel a little less alone.
Exactly, because everyone struggles. Even people who sound fluent now had to start somewhere.
That's so true. So where should we start? For me, the first big challenge was pronunciation.
Pronunciation.
Some sounds were just impossible for my mouth to make at first. The classic one, of course, is the th sound. This, that, three.
Oh, the th sound. My teacher used to make me hold a piece of paper in front of my mouth to see if it moved. For 3, you should feel the air.
Right. I remember trying to say I'm 33, and it's sounding more like I'm dirty tree.
I've heard that one before. For me, it was the difference between ship and sheep. I once told someone I saw a big ship in a field. They were very confused.
A ship in a field. That's a great story. It's those little vowel sounds, the long E and the short I, that are so tricky.
They really are. And what about words that are spelled similarly but sound completely different, like through, tough, and though?
Don't even get me started. It's like, why? It makes no sense. You just have to memorize them. There's no rule.
Right, no rule at all. And that connects to the next big struggle, doesn't it? The fear of making those mistakes.
It really does. I think that fear was my biggest problem for a long time. I was so afraid of saying something wrong, of sounding stupid, that sometimes I just didn't say anything at all.
I understand that completely. It's a confidence issue. You know the words in your head, but you're too scared to let them out.
Yeah, you're in a group of native speakers and the conversation is moving so fast. You have a thought, you want to say something, but you're busy translating it in your head, checking the grammar.
And by the time you're ready to speak, the conversation has moved on to a new topic.
Exactly. It's so frustrating.
It is. I had a moment like that when I first moved here. I was at a dinner party and I was so quiet. Someone asked me a question and I just froze. My mind went completely blank. All my English just disappeared.
Oh, wow, that sounds stressful. What did you do?
I think I just smiled and nodded. It was so embarrassing at the time, but looking back, it's just part of the process. You have to have those moments to learn from them.
That's a great way to look at it. How did you get over that fear?
Honestly, I had to force myself to speak even when I was scared. I started with small, low-pressure situations, like ordering a coffee or asking for directions. Every time I did it and the person understood me, it was a small victory. It built my confidence, step by step.
Small victories. I like that. For me, I found the language exchange partner. We would meet once a week, and it was a safe space. I knew he was learning my language and making mistakes too, so I felt more comfortable making my own mistakes in English.
That's a fantastic idea. A safe space is so important. You need to know that it's okay to be imperfect.
Right, and that brings up another struggle. Understanding native speakers. Sometimes it feels like they speak a different language from the one in the textbooks.
It's true. They speak so fast, they connect all their words, and they use so much slang and so many idioms.
Yes, the idioms. I remember a colleague told me to break a leg before a presentation. I was so confused. I thought he was wishing me bad luck.
A classic one. Or when someone says, it's raining cats and dogs. You imagine animals falling from the sky.
It's so strange. So, how did you get better at listening?
For me, it was watching TV shows and movies. At first, I used subtitles in my own language. Then I switched to English subtitles. It helped me connect the sounds I was hearing with the words on the screen.
That's exactly what I did too. And I would pause and repeat phrases I didn't understand. It felt slow, but it really worked.
It does. And podcasts. Listening to podcasts on topics I was interested in helped a lot. Because I wanted to understand the content, it motivated me to focus and learn new vocabulary.
That's a great tip. Find something you love, whether it's sports, cooking, or history, and listen it in English. It makes learning feel less like work and more like fun.
Which leads us to our final struggle, staying motivated. Absolutely. But George, we've been talking about understanding and speaking, but we've missed another huge monster in the room, grammar. Absolutely. But George, we've been talking about understanding and speaking, but we've missed another huge monster in the room, grammar.
Ah, yes, the motivation problem. There are days when you feel like you're not making any progress. It's called the intermediate plateau.
Yes, the plateau. You've learned the basics, but fluency still feels so far away. It's easy to get discouraged and want to give up.
Totally. So, what's your secret for staying motivated during those times?
I think it's important to remember how far you've come. Sometimes I look back at my old notebooks from when I first started learning English. I see how simple my sentences were, and I realize I've actually learned a lot.
That's a brilliant idea. Acknowledging your progress.
Yeah, and also setting small, achievable goals. Instead of saying, I want to be fluent, which is a huge goal, you can say, this week I want to learn 5 new words, or I want to have 1 short conversation.
Breaking it down into smaller pieces, that makes it feel much less overwhelming. My strategy was to make it a habit. I decided I would do just 15 minutes of English every day, no matter what.
Consistency is key. Even a little bit every day is better than a lot once a week.
Exactly. It keeps the language fresh in your mind.
So, we've talked about pronunciation, fear of mistakes, listening, and motivation. It's a lot to deal with.
It really is. But I think the most important message for our listeners is that it's okay to struggle. Everyone does. It's a normal part of the process.
Absolutely. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are proof that you are trying.
Well said, Marlene. Every mistake is a learning opportunity. Be patient with yourself and celebrate the small victories along the way.
And find ways to make it fun. That's the best way to stay motivated.
For sure. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for sharing your stories, Marlene.
Thank you, George. It was great talking about this.
And to all our listeners, keep practicing, stay positive, and we'll see you next time on Easy English Convos. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to keep enjoying our videos.
Let us know if you like this conversation and what would you like us to talk about on next episode. Bye, everyone. See you next time. Bye-bye.